Hello everyone, welcome to history class for class 7. We had started lesson the Vijayanagara and the Bahmani kingdom. Today is day 4 and we will continue with this chapter. We had discussed introduction of the topic, disintegration of the Tughlaq Empire, rise of Vijayanagara Empire, early history, sources of information, dynasties, the Sangama dynasty, the Saluva dynasty, the Tuluva dynasty, the Battle of Talikota. Features of the Vijayanagara Empire, decline of the Vijayanagara Empire, introduction of the Bahmani Kingdom. And today we are going to start with the topic, introduction of the Bahmani Kingdom. Before starting up with the lesson, let's discuss the learning outcomes of the lesson. The children will be able to identify the location of the kingdom, assess the reason for the emergence of the Vijayanagara and the Bahmani Kingdom, understand and discuss the major achievements of the kingdoms, appreciate the architectural legacy left behind. Let's recall some cross questions. In which script the royal orders were signed? Who was the head of the provinces? Name some foreign travelers who came in the reign of Vijayanagara kingdom. Which was the main source of income for the state? Name some other taxes which were the sources of income for the state. Name some evil practices which were prevailed during the Vijayanagara Empire. Which languages were encouraged by the rulers of the Vijayanagara Empire? Name the well-known temple of Vijayanagara Empire. Let's discuss the new term which we are going to do in this topic, cohesion. The action of forming a united whole, madrasa, a college for Islamic instruction. Introduction of the topic. In this video, we will be learning about another important kingdom in the South India known as the Bahmani Kingdom. The Bahmani Kingdom was founded by Alauddin Hassan in 1347 AD. He was an officer in the Deccan during the reign of Muhammad bin Tughlaq and ascended the throne with the title of Alauddin Bahman Shah. The new kingdom comprises the entire region of the Deccan. Let's read the topic, the Bahmani Kingdom. AD 1347-1527. During the reign of Muhammad bin Tughlaq, the foreign Muslim nobles revolted in the Deccan. They chose Hassan Gangu as their ruler. Hassan Gangu assumed the title of Alauddin Bahman Shah and laid the foundation of the Bahmani Kingdom in AD 1347. The original name of Hassan Gangu was Zafar Khan. After he took the title of Alauddin Bahman Shah, the kingdom was known as the Bahmani Kingdom. The Bahmani Kingdom lasted for about 180 years from AD 1347 to 1527. It was one of the most powerful independent Muslim kingdom of the Deccan, ruled by the 18 Bahmani kings.
It stretched from the northern Deccan up to the river Krishna.
The Bahmani kingdom lasted for 180 years. The Bahmani kingdom remained in the conflict with the Vijayanagara Empire for a control of the Deccan. Bahmani kingdom was ruled by the 18 kings.
It stretched from northern Deccan up to the river Krishna.
The most powerful rulers of the Bahmani dynasty were Alauddin Bahman Shah, Firoz Shah Bahmani, Ahmad Shah Bahmani and Mahmud Gawan. The picture you are seeing, he was Alauddin Bahman Shah and the coins used during the reign of the Alauddin Bahman Shah.
These were the coins those were used during the reign of Alauddin Bahman Shah.
Let's read Alauddin Bahman Shah, AD 1347, AD 1358. Alauddin Bahman Shah was a capable and ambitious ruler. He made Ahsanabad, Gulbarga in Karnataka his capital. He expanded his territories from the Wainganga river in the north to the Krishna river in the south and from Bhongiri in the east to Daulatabad in the west. He divided his vast empire into 4 states, namely Gulbarga, Daulatabad, Berar and Bidar, and placed each province under a governor. He died in AD 1358. Alauddin Bahman Shah, whose original name was Zafar Khan, he was also known as Hassan Gangu. He was a servant of the Brahmin astrologer named Gangu. Gangadhar Shastri of Delhi, and he was himself called Hasan Gangu. He was the governor of Muhammad bin Tughlaq. He divided his empire into 4 provinces, and each province is controlled by the governors. The main provinces were Gulbarga, Daulatabad, Birar, and Bidar, and he died in AD 1358. Firoz Shah Bahmani. He took the title of Tajuddin Firoz Shah and was one of the greatest rulers of the Bahmani dynasty. He defeated the armies of Vijayanagara twice, but was defeated in the third conflict between the two kingdoms. The Vijayanagara army succeeded in obtaining the southern and the eastern district of the Bahmani kingdom. Firoz Shah Bahmani was the important ruler of the Bahmani kingdom. He took the title of Tajuddin Firoz Shah. He expanded his territories, kingdom. He defeated the armies of Vijayanagara twice. Even he succeeded in conquering the Raichur Dawab from Vijayanagara kingdom. In the third attempt, Vijayanagara army succeeded in obtaining the southern and the eastern districts. He was deposed by his brother Ahmad Shah in AD 1422. He was deposed by his brother. Deposed means removed from office suddenly and forcefully. So he was forcefully thrown out from the throne by his brother Ahmad Shah in AD 1422. Let's continue. Ahmad Shah Bahmani, AD 1422-1436. He defeated the rulers of Wrangle, Vijayanagara, Malwa, and chief of Konkan. In AD 1425, Ahmad Shah transferred his capital from Ahsanabad to Mohammadabad, Gulbarga to Bidar. Ahmad Shah Bahmani. His full name was Ahmad Shah Awali Bahmani. Here, Awali means friend of God. He was a great patron of art and culture. He brought artists from the Iran. He was considered as a saint by his followers. Bahmanis had a close tie with Sufi saints. He fought battles against Vijayanagara, Malwa, an ancient kingdom whose capital was situated in Ujjain and Gujarat, and against the chiefs of Konkan coast, means northern part of the western coastal plains. He transferred his capital from Ahsanabad to Mohammadabad, Gulbarga to Bidar, and decorated it with beautiful buildings. He died in AD 1436.
Let's move further.
Deccani Pardesi conflict. The reign of the Alauddin Ahmad Shah Bahmani AD 1436-1458 were also known for the conflict between the two groups of the nobles, the Deccani oldcomers and the Pardesi newcomers. The Deccanis were the Muslim nobles of the local origin, while the Pardesi consist of the nobles from Turkey, Persia, Arabia, and the Central Asia. The Pardesi nobles held important position in the court and the provinces, thus they earned the jealousy of the Deccani nobles. During the reign of Alauddin Ahmad Shah Bahmani, the two noble groups were emerged. One was the Deccani old rulers, whereas the Pardesi newcomers. The Deccanis were the local origin. Deccanis were not held any important position in the court. The Deccanis were Sunni Muslims. Pardesis were newcomers. They came from Turkey, Persia, Arabia, Central Asia. They held high positions in the court. The Deccanis were the Sunni Muslims, where the Pardesis were mostly Shias. The further widened the conflict. The relationship between the two factions became bitter, and each faction wanted to destroy and finish the other. The Deccanis were the Sunni Muslims, whereas the Pardesis were the Shia Muslims. The conflict between them more widened further, and each group wanted to destroy and finish each other. Let's continue with Mahmud Gawan. Mahmud Gawan was the Wazir, Prime Minister of the Bahmani ruler, Muhammad Shah Bahmani II. He was the ablest Prime Minister of the Bahmani Kingdom. The Bahmani Kingdom reached of its power during the period of Muhammad Shah II because of his Wazir, Prime Minister Mahmud Gawan. He extended the boundaries and captured the important ports like Goa. Mahmud Gawan was a native of Gawan in Iran. He came to India and settled in Deccan. He served in the royal court for 18 years. He expanded the kingdom and took it to the new heights. He came to India from Iran and settled in Deccan. He served in the royal court for 18 years. He expanded the kingdom and took it to the new heights. He devoted himself for the betterment of the Bahmani kingdom. He founded a madrasa at Bidar, to which he transferred his library comprising 3,000 books. Mahmud Gawan was a capable administrator and a patron of learning. He promoted agriculture in the state and built madrasa, means a college or school for Islamic instructions. At Bidar, he transferred his library comprising 3,000 books. According to Taylor, the murder of Gawan was the beginning of the end, and with him departed all the cohesion, the action of forming the united whole, and the power of the Bahmani kingdom. In this paragraph, Muhammad Gawan's death was considered as a murder by the Taylor. Why so? Because Muhammad Gawan is regarded as a foreign noble. Many Deccani nobles were plotting against him to kill him because he was a capable ruler. He expanded the kingdom and took it into new heights. All cohesions means action of united whole and the power of the Bahmani kingdom. Muhammad Gawan's opponents conspired against him and had him executed in AD 1481. Muhammad Gawan's rival plotted against him and killed him in AD 1481. In AD 1527, this kingdom broke up into 5 independent kingdoms of Deccan, which were Bijapur, Birar, Golconda, Ahmednagar and Bidar. This is the end of the lesson. I hope you are able to solve all the exercises. Don't forget to learn the term. Thank you.